Greetings, my name's Daniel. Welcome to another Dragonstaff tutorial. In this month's tutorial, we're going to go over 5 different behind the back tricks. So the first behind the back trick that we're going to go over is one of the most common ones that I see. It's definitely a beginner level trick. For some reason, still always great for an audience to watch visually. Essentially, we're just going to send the staff up our arms, duck our head to let the staff go, down our neck, and then we'll move the arms behind us to create a path for the staff to go down. The staff will travel down the backs of the arms. Once it reaches your hands, you can send it right back up the arms, duck the head again, move the arms in front of you to create a path in front of you for the staff to continue. Just so you can see that in normal time. And another view of that. The foot positioning isn't so important in this move. However, I always just feel like it looks and feels nicer to be in a bit of a lunge position. We'll get into our second behind the back trick very similarly to the way we got into the first one. We'll send the staff up the arms, duck the head, bring the arms behind us. Now that we have the staff behind us, we're going to alternate the arms so that the staff is going down one arm at a time. It'll be helpful if the palms are facing away from you and facing up, so that the staff can travel down the underneaths of the arms and onto the palms, and then you can use your palm to throw the staff kind of back up close near the elbow, about here, and then it'll roll back down. This one is also pretty self-explanatory, but with some footwork, it can still be a pretty fun one. The third behind the back trick that we're going to cover is probably my favorite. I often hear it referred to as a behind the back chi roll. Now there's 2 different directions we could do this. One with the staff rolling up the back, down the arms. The other with the staff rolling up the arms and down the back. So we're going to take these one at a time here. I find that the easier of the two, the one that feels more naturally to me at least, is with the staff rolling up the back and down the arms. So essentially, the staff will be alternating between the arms. So as it's going up the back on one side, it should be going down the arm of the opposite side. So to start, we'll have the center of the staff right about at the tailbone or slightly above, more towards the low back. And we'll have the sides of the staff in the inner crook of the elbow with our palms facing up. And then one arm at a time, we can give the staff some momentum up the back, down the arms. And this move is probably my favorite behind the back trick because of all the different ways you can mix it up with the feet and make it look really dancey. Now for the other direction, this one tends to be a little more tricky. I don't go to it nearly as often, but I find that this one is easier. We'll start similarly with the center of the staff near the low back, sacrum area, and the sides of the staff, inner crooks of the elbow. This time we're going to keep the palms facing down. And just like last time, we can one arm at a time get it to roll up the arms, down the back. And you really give it momentum at the top of the hand, like right at the knuckles, to go up the arms and down the back. Hopefully it doesn't get tangled up in your shirt. Like I said, I find this to be the trickier of the two. As always, there's several ways to get in and out of this move. I find that the easiest way is from a chi roll, basically sending out one side of the staff, holding on to just for this instance, we'll be keeping the right side near the right hand. From the chi roll, we'll shoot that left side out, and then it'll come around and be behind us, and then we hook the arm underneath. So you can see a better angle of that. I find that the easiest way to come out of this move is to go back to the first behind the back trick that we covered and send the staff up the arms, ducking the head, bringing the arms back in front, which will bring the staff back in front of you. The fourth behind the back trick that we're going to go over, I like to refer to it as a behind the back transfer. When slowed down, it might not look the nicest, but at a normal speed, it usually looks a bit smoother. Basically what happens is you're going to use your hands to send the staff behind the back and then catch it on the top of your other hand. So you can see what that looks like in normal time. So, to break down what's actually happening with the hands. At some point in my chi roll, I send the staff, the center of the staff, down the side of my waist, in this instance, to the left side. And I really am using my palms and fingers a lot in this move. So it's going to go onto my right palm, and then for a second, it's going to go into my left hand, left palm, pardon me. And then that will give me enough room to send it over to the right side, and then right at the right side of my waist, I'm going to slip in the top of my right hand. And I find that it's easiest to just go into a forearm roll. If you don't know how to do a forearm roll, I did put up a tutorial on that one already. And so for the other side, sending it to the right side or right waist, bring it onto the left palm, switch it into the right palm, and then place the center of the staff on the top of the left hand, go into the forearm roll. and I'll give you some other views of that. An easy way to practice this move, or another variation, is using your leg or your thigh. And so if you're sending it around the left side, it'll come out the right. So you just bring up your right knee, let it go down your right thigh, opposite side, come out the left side, onto the left knee. So you can see that in real time. And that one you can, in my opinion, it's easier to just go right and do a chi roll instead of the forearm roll. And for our final behind the back trick, this one, in my opinion, is the trickiest of the tricks. Although it is very similar to the first one we went over, this time instead of letting the staff go down onto the bottoms of the forearms and onto the palms of the hands, it's going to stay right at the shoulders and at the back of the upper arm. I want to say that's your tricep. Don't quote me on that. Anatomy isn't my strong suit. So it'll look something like this. And then to come out, I usually just extend the arms, let it go down, send it back up like the first variation. So this one, I find it helps to keep the arms bent in, that way the staff doesn't want to travel down the rest of the arm. That way it ends right at the elbows, almost like you got little chicken wings going on. And you're basically just bouncing each side of the staff down one shoulder, back of the arm, and then onto the other shoulder, back of the arm. Hope you guys got something out of this video. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or if I left anything out. Also, I'm always happy to take tutorial requests. If you have one, feel free to drop that in the comments as well. Really appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you in the next one.